You know what? This might be a little bit of a hot video because of what we had just seen, but I wanted to open everything up with a little bit of appreciation. Because right now, as I'm speaking into this microphone, it's 9:26 p.m. Guess what? The game is already over, and it's 9:26 p.m. Usually these games go on until 9:30, 35, sometimes even 40, 45, maybe even till 10 p.m. flat if the game goes to OT. I don't know what the hell happened in Vegas today, but this was a game where everything just flowed very seamlessly. Very little whistles, a lot of constant game time. And that was good. You know, there was a good amount of pace to this game, but ultimately, the result and what we had seen in the third period for Vancouver Canucks fans is yet again a major disappointment. Vancouver loses to the Vegas Golden Knights 3-1, and this was yet another game where the Canucks had themselves the lead. They found themselves a whole bunch of goals against, and they blew it. In Utah, it was a 2-0 lead that became a 3-2 overtime loss. In Vegas, it was a 1-0 lead that eventually became a 3-1 loss in regulation. So Vancouver is coming out on top, but then finding ways to blow it. And yesterday, I did say in the post-game video against Utah that the Canucks were honestly kind of lucky to be up 2-0, considering the pace and the control and the opportunities that the Utah Hockey Club had, the saves that Thatcher Demko was making. In this game, though, it was kind of the opposite. One of the big problems about Vancouver this season has been they cannot play a full 60-minute game. And normally, that 60-minute game criticism comes out in the second period and beyond, because they usually, this season, has been a pattern for the team to have stinking bad first periods and then really start to get their groove on as the game goes into the second and inevitably in the third, where they really start to put it together and they start looking more cohesive in their offense. This game, it was the opposite. They had a really strong first period, probably about the best first period you could have asked for out of this Vancouver Canucks team against a very strong Vegas Golden Knights team. But in the second and third, oh boy, the Canucks stopped playing well, and they did not end up giving themselves any much of a chance to win this game. Never mind the saves and everything that was getting tossed out there. Of course, both goalies were making stops. But in the first period, Vancouver outshot Vegas 11-5, and they had the 1-0 lead off of a really nice goal by one Teddy Blueger. Blueger gets the only Canucks goal in this one, assisted by Sherwood and Heinen, so that line really going out there and putting themselves up on the board. We had seen Danton Heinen get a goal yesterday against Utah as well, so a lot of depth guys coming out to play for Vancouver. This goal happens because of a rim around behind the net to Danton Heinen. He throws it out to the near side. Teddy Blueger is there. He takes a shot. It bounces around in the crease, and then he takes the rebound, puts it by Adin Hill, and makes it 1-0. Might I remind you, goals scored in this game, only Teddy Blueger for Vancouver. Goals scored yesterday. You had the Danton Heinen goal and then Dakota Joshua. Goals scored against Colorado the other day on Monday. Kiefer Sherwood, and then goals scored against the Boston Bruins on Saturday, the absolute stinker of a game that I think everybody wants to forget about. The only Canucks goal scored there was Max Sasson. So where are the top guys? Where is Connor Garland? Where is Elias Pettersson? Where is Brock Besser? Where is JT Miller? These guys are not getting goals. Miller had an assist on Max Sasson's goal on Saturday. Okay, great. But still, this bleeds into a bigger symptom of the Vancouver Canucks' top guys not showing up and their middle to bottom tier guys in the lineup actually getting that goal support. So it continues here today. Danton Heinen gets the 1-0 goal. The 1-1 goal is scored by Vegas in the second period. It is Alex Pietrangelo in the final few minutes of that second period. Jack Eichel takes a shot from far out. It's picked up by Mark Stone, who goes over to Theodore. Theodore, D to D. Pietrangelo takes it, walks in, he shoots, and he beats Lankinen. It's a very quick shot, And it's a shot that honestly doesn't really have much of a screen. Lankinen just gets straight up beat. He was playing very well up until this point, and honestly, this is definitely one of these goals that he would want to have back. You never want to let a shot from that far out with that little of a screen get by you underneath the blocker. Kevin Lankinen let it go, it's a 1-1 game, and then the third period is where everything kind of falls apart for Vancouver. Now, the second was already pretty bad for the Canucks. They only had 2 shots in the second period to Vegas's 9. But in the third, that dynamic didn't really continue either, because the third period started with both teams just kind of playing like they were killing the clock. Honestly, with the amount of whistles in this game, which was very little, there weren't too many stoppages or anything in this game, it felt like almost both of these teams wanted to get this game done as quickly as possible. But Kevin Lankinen got the first highlight reel moment in the third period with a beautiful save on Mark Stone. It was a backhand in front because the Canucks ended up fumbling the puck behind their own goals. Just some sloppy play there from the Vancouver D. It's out in front, Stone gets robbed by Lankinen, and Jack Eichel isn't able to bury the puck in the open cage either. Canucks maybe trying to build off of that momentum. They got a huge save out of their goaltender, but no. They don't build off of it because it's William Karlsson who scores like a minute after. He takes the puck to the net from the corner, he takes the shot, the rebound is still right there, no Canuck is able to clear it, Noah Juulsen's there, a bunch of other guys are there, but Karlsson's like, nope, sorry, I'm just going to take a shot, walk right over to the rebound, and then just fire the rebound by Lankinen too. It's not even really all too hard of a rebound, nor too hard of a rebound shot, but it's so close in tight that Karlsson is able to beat Lankinen. The Canucks then had themselves a power play, which was another one of these moments where you saw the switcheroo happen. Both Elias Pettersson and JT Miller had time on the first unit today, alongside of Quinn Hughes. Di Giuseppe, for some reason, he was on the first unit during some of these moments, and then all the other casts that you're used to seeing. But Miller and Petey not getting that ability to play together, so strange. And it feels worse because it didn't work. Like, the first power play the Canucks had in the first period, nothing. Okay, great. They didn't get themselves any high danger opportunities, but they still were the winners of that period. In the third period on the power play, nothing. No shots, no nothing, no control. The Vegas Golden Knights were able to just keep on clearing it out. Miller's passes behind the goal getting picked off, and the accuracy on the passing, not there. Once that power play expired for Vancouver, you had a Vegas 2-on-1 that Lankinen had to stop Eichel to Dorofeyev in front. Then, the Vegas Golden Knights had themselves their own power play. Forbort drags down Dorofeyev, and on this power play, this is when Vancouver actually starts to get some offense. Yeah, that's right. I say power play, I mean short-handed unit, because the 2 Canucks shots to open up the third period were both on the same penalty-killing shift. A Sherwood breakaway, and then a Danton Heinen cross-crease short-handed shot on the back door. 2 great saves by Adin Hill, but that's what started Vancouver's offense in the third period. It was 10 minutes in. It took them so long to get a shot here. And then the Canucks are not able to convert, yada yada yada, but when the game comes to its final moments, this is when you start to see some more drama, because Kevin Lankinen, pulling the old Jaro Halak against Winnipeg, does not know when to leave his crease to go to the bench for the empty net. And JT Miller, like he did against Colin Delia all those years ago. Last time he was banging on the back of the net with his stick. Go to the bench, go to the bench. He was yelling at the guy. This time, he just kind of has his palms up. You can tell that he's probably saying something. He's got his palms up. He's got his palms up. Hey, go, go, go. And then Lankinen decides to beeline it over to the bench. Not as harsh as what Miller did to Delia a few years ago, but still, it was noteworthy. But the Canucks, on the 6-on-5, they had no breakout plan. They were slow, flat-footed, the passes were sloppy, and the Vegas Golden Knights were forechecking really hard. They were like, hey, we're kind of catching the Canucks here. Slow tail? Nah, hard tail. And Vancouver was just kind of panicking. Elias Pettersson tries to backhand it into the Vegas zone. It's a weak one, and Vegas easily picks it off, sends it up to Brett Howden, who walks in, he shoots, and he scores. He makes the 3-1 goal happen, and it was such a disappointing game from what we had seen in the first period. The first period was great, but everything after, it crumbles down. Vancouver, they need to sort this out. This is not how a playoff contending team plays hockey. Straight up. I don't know if it's the drama with Elias Pettersson and Miller that's the reason about this. I don't know if it's the coaching, but something's got to give here. And this game was one of these ones where that is very, very evident. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Canucks losing 3-1 to the Vegas Golden Knights. Yet another choke by Vancouver. What do you think about this game? Thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sign on. And bye.